clearly, Apple has a lot at stake with the iPhone, but the stuff, and maybe this 3D touch feature that they announced yesterday is important. We'll get to that in a moment. What I'm more interested in talking to you about is and I think, Scarlett, you share this view, how powerful a product could the iPad Pro be for the enterprise market?
Well, I think what Apple's trying to do is, I mean, it depends on how you segment the enterprise market, but if you look at healthcare, for example, they're clearly trying to move a lot into there. You saw that with some of the things they announced with the Apple Watch.
Right,
and then
that stuff's on the consumer side,
right,
though.
And then they also brought Microsoft on stage with them about the iPad Pro, which was a big deal.
Considering that Microsoft makes the Surface.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's a good signal that Microsoft has kind of given away or not put its priority on Windows being everywhere and only having Office on Windows or Microsoft products. And now they're saying, okay, well, that isn't necessarily working so well for us, so we're going to bring Office to everywhere and all the phones that we can get it on. But yeah, I think with the iPad Pro and the bigger screen size and the utility they'll get from Office and things like that, it'll definitely give them a more robust offering for the enterprise.
Alex, Apple's design team was telling our editor, Josh, that they use the word inevitable a lot when they're trying to come up with new designs. Was opening up Apple TV to outside app developers inevitable then?
Yeah, I'd say so. Usually it takes a couple years before these development platforms, if you think about the iPhone, when the iPhone first came out, it took about a year and a half before they actually opened up the App Store on it. So you have to get enough of these devices in the market to get enough consumers, right? You got to get that critical mass, so then developers actually want to make software for the iPhone or the Apple TV.
So your company, Applico, is part of the Apple ecosystem. What are you most excited about? What are you steering your energies and your creative power towards?
There's just so much. I think everyone sees this announcement yesterday as a boon for consumers, so many new products and hardware products coming out. But I think really Apple really loves their app developer community, possibly even more than all their consumers, because they've opened up so many new possibilities with the Force Touch, which you were talking about. That brings a whole new dynamic to how you design apps for the iPhone. The things they're doing with the Watch and healthcare, the iPad Pro and what they're doing there, then obviously the App Store for Apple TV. They've really done a lot of things. They've always embraced their app developer community very, very well, which led to a lot of their success.
Does it raise costs for developers? You know, I mean, the 3D touch is called 3D touch for a reason, not just because it sort of gives you this sort of 3D feel as you look into the applications on your phone. It adds almost an extra dimension to the challenge of programming.
I think it creates a nice challenge for designers, for engineers, for product managers to say, how can we rethink some of the user experiences that we had before? How can we make better experiences than, say, Android, which they're clearly going after in a much more targeted manner now with their Android app to switch on over to the iPhone.
Is there a lot of ideas in the pipeline already when it comes to an iPad Pro or Apple TV?
We've even just last night started getting people contacting us wanting iPad Pro apps and
really,
yeah, already.
What do you think it represents that Apple has, you know, I guess, overcome some of Steve Jobs' taboos? For example, the Apple Pencil, right, which is effectively a stylus, and clearly bigger screens. Jobs never wanted to go with a bigger iPhone screen. Now you've got a tablet that's, you know, the size of an encyclopedia.
Well, you have to give credit to the team there that they were able to really make Apple their own and take a lot of the amazing things that Steve did for the company, which is unprecedented. And
what's the next taboo you think they overcome?
What's the next taboo that they overcome? The one that I would really love to see would be, and this one's far out, but it would be really interesting to see something with Apple in cars. I think that would.
Well, they're working on it, clearly.
Well, they're working on it, but they work on a lot of things that are
that don't come to fruition.
Side projects that don't go anywhere. But it would be great to see something like that in the future.
All right.